So, welcome back. As you can see, last five games off camera have been undefeated. But you can also see every home game we've got a very rounded number, 5,030. There's an interesting thing about that number. It is the complete attendance capacity of the community stadium. And because of that, the board have announced they're going to expand the stadium. Now, obviously, I didn't ask for this. I didn't want to ask for that match from the board because I'm not going to be here when it comes to fruition. But we've got a game against Wrexham today, and the likelihood is, another sellout of the stadium. Boston United could break a record for the most average attendance in a season. Because so far, the only game we've had that's not max attendance was the win over Fylde, which has still got over 4,800 people there. Had a few new signings brought in, obviously. I know it when, don't I? For instance, we've brought in Oliver Crankshaw on a free. We brought in Charlie Jolly on a loan deal. We brought in Ben Fox on a loan deal and Tolai Bowler on a loan full free transfer as well. Jokel Anderson's going to have to come out for Miles Roberts for today's game. Roberts only played once so far this season. Jokel Anderson has played 6. Miles Roberts is still a youth goalkeeper. He's still not up to his full ability yet. So he has got a lot of time to progress. But this is the team we're going to go out there with against Wrexham. And we're going to hope to get at least, I'd say, a 2-0 win would be nice. Because that would put us up into top 2. Because currently I think we're 4th or 5th in the league. So we need to make sure we actually have a good, strong push forward. Pressure's off Roberts today. Hall, I want him to make a difference out on the field, as with Hassan Ali. Because those players are the ones that have scored the most goals for us this season. Throw in from Tiandari? Bowler. Bowler to Brown. Brown with a long ball forward, searching out for Connor Hall, who does touch it forward. And that's a poor shot from him, saved by the goalkeeper. But in the first minute, we've already had a shot on target, and now I've got a corner kick. Aaron Drinian swings the ball in. Fox chases it. Gets the ball in for a second cross. Drinian at the far post puts it behind the keeper. 2-0. 2-0. Second goal for him. 1-0 for Boston. And so far, 1.5 minutes into the match, and the 5,030 fans currently at the community stadium are getting a good match. Throw in from Wrexham. Shory Johnson to Summerfield to Cosilo. Cross the ball in. Stephen O'Connor kicks it away only as far as Clark. Grant now to Clark again. Back to Pearson. Pearson all the way to Johnson on the far wing. Cross the ball in. Drinian heads it away only as far as Han. Puts the ball out wide to Clark. Tries to get across him, but it's blocked by Drinian. Drinian, long ball out to the wing, but blocked by Johnson. Summerfield back to Johnson. Tackled by Brown. Brown gets the ball forward to Hassan Ali. Has a shot and it's wide of the post. Boston United still leading 1-0. 10 minutes gone though. I'm going to try and get the team a bit more creative in this second stage of this half. Barnet leading 4-1, 1-0. That keeps them safely on the top of the table. Johnson with a throw to Bartlett. Back to Johnson. Long ball in. Headed away by O'Connor. O'Connor to Drinian. Touch the ball forward. Long ball searching out for Connor Hall, who does touch it down. And he gets a poor shot blocked by the defender. But Hall runs it through onto the wing, crosses the ball in. To Brown at the far post. He heads the ball in. His first of the season. And it's a brilliant goal for Ronaldo Brown, sending us at desired 2-0 up. Unfortunately, because Eastleigh are winning their match, we can't go any higher than 4th unless we win 4-0, which is unlikely to happen, I must admit. Because Hartlepool aren't actually playing today. Bowler now with the ball. puts it back to Parker. Parker, a long ball forward for Connor Hall again. This time he does still not get past the goalkeeper. Brown now puts the ball back to Bowler. And it's end of the highlight. Free kick from Fox. Swings the ball in. Away by Pearson, only as far as Brown, who gets a shot, but it's wide of the post with his left foot. Second half is almost done. There we go. The second half is about to start. Sorry, not done. Barnet are winning their game 4-0. That's going to be a difficult opposition in the coming weeks. Chelmsford are thankfully losing 2-0, so we've got a good hope against them next game. And Ben Falami is currently now playing for Eastleigh, the striker that I would. And Eastleigh are currently second in the table, so you can understand why he's gone there rather than us, but not saying much. Connor Hall, I'm taking him out of the game today because he has not been playing well, and if you ask me, he needs to do a bit better. Hassan Ali will play on for a bit longer, but at the minute we may think about changing him for Crankshaw. Other than that, probably keep the team as it is for the final section of this game. Alright, creativity for the start of this half. Fox now with the ball. Why have we got players camouflaged with the pitch? Is that the new team kit? I don't know. Tiandai now with the ball back to the goalkeeper. Pip's got a bit of a graphical bug currently going on in this match, with Tiandali and Bowler both being camouflaged into the pitch. And I think that's Connor Hall as well. Oh, not Connor Hall, it would be Charlie Jolly. Corner kick though for Boston. Only a minute and a half into this match. Long ball away by the defender. Tiandali chasing it though. Oh, it's the end of the highlight. Yeah, and it hasn't fixed itself here though. Oh, good save from Roberts. Well done him. I may put him back in the game for Chelmsford as well, because if Jokkel Andresen played in the under 18 Icelandic games, he's probably going to be a bit tired coming into the games against Chelmsford. Barnet now lead 5-0 at Boreham Wood. Flowers chases this ball down to Han. Gets the cross in, saved by Roberts. Roberts holding the ball up. Long ball out to the left wing. Flowers headed to Summerfield. Summerfield can't get the ball any further than Bowler though. He gets the ball, tries to get into the middle, but Flowers again heads it away. O'Connor heads the ball forward. Fox to Drinian. Back to Fox. Now to McGlip. McGlip with the ball forward for Jolly. Jolly's through on goal. And he doesn't get it round the keeper. Poor from him. Goal kick for Wrexham. Miles Roberts with a goal kick. Drinian touched the ball down. Back to Tiandali. Tiandali loses out to Han. That's terrible from Tiandali. Thankfully though, his shot goes straight at Miles Roberts and he saves it. Goal kick from Roberts. Searching out the right wing. Drinian can't win the header. Clark does. Tiandali with the ball forward for Hassan Ali. Hassan Ali into the box now. Tries to put it into the middle for Jolly, but Jolly doesn't get to it because the defender blocked it. And when he did finally reach it, the keeper was already there to save it. Drinian crossed the ball in. Little heads it away. Drinian crossed the ball back in again, but Jolly still can't reach his head to the ball. It appears that neither striker today is going to be able to score a goal that's going to give us any form of breathing space between 2-0 and Wrexham. I'm going to have the team demand a bit more from this match. Aaron Drinian back to Tiandali. To O'Connor. O'Connor over the top, looking for Drinian, touches it down. Drinian running through the middle. Cross the ball in, but there's no one to get to it. Johnson heads the ball out to Brown. He gets his own cross in, and again Flowers heads it away to Grant. But Parker tries to head the ball up to, I believe that's possibly Cameron McGlip, but I could be wrong. Bartlett now through, and that was a terrible shot. It makes it even worse, he was doing that straight to his own fans, I think. Brown now with the ball. Puts it forward for Fox to chase, but Fox does get to it. Jolly now through. On goal. Jolly does get that goal for us. 3-0 lead so far in this match, and we have moved up to third place because Eastleigh are no longer winning their match. And with a 3-goal lead, we only need one more goal to go up to second place. Stephen O'Connor, back to Roberts. Roberts holds the ball up. Bit of time wasting. I'm not a fan of that, but if it wins us a match, it wins us a match. Flowers now with the ball. Back to Johnson. Johnson is tackled by Brown, but Costello gets the ball forward. Bowler now tackles him. Redmond passes the ball forward to Wilson. Wilson crossed the ball in, and it's a header that goes in by Akil Wright. And now our 3-goal lead is back down to a 2-goal lead. I will make the final change of Crankshaw for Hassan Ali. It's not his best place to play. His best place is actually where Drinian's currently playing, but Drinian's doing fairly well, so that's not happening. And I may actually also bring off Stephen O'Connor because he got a yellow card. I don't want to risk him getting sent off. So Josh Hewitt will come on for the second half. The pressure is off now. We have nothing really else to do, so just go out there and have a bit of fun. Get a bit of creative in the last 10 minutes. Swings the ball into the middle. Brown heads it forward to Bowler. Bowler, a long kick searching for Jolly. Jolly does get on the end of it and runs past the defenders. And he gets a shot that's agonisingly close to the post. Another corner kick for Boston United. Crossed in, far post is Jolly, but doesn't reach it. McGlip tries a cross, but it's blocked by the defender. Poor work from McGlip, though. Redmond passes the ball forward to Bartlett. Bartlett puts the cross in, but it's saved and caught out of the air by Roberts. The 86th minute has just started. Roberts with a long kick downfield. Flowers heads it to right. Now to Clark. Clark a ball over the top looking for Bartlett, doesn't reach him. Right now with the ball to Redmond. Redmond looking out to the far wing for Costello. And end of the highlight. And with 4 minutes of stoppage time, 3 of them already gone, it's all over. Boston United 3, Wrexham 1. And Jolly does pick up his first goal of the game. On his debut actually as well. Came on as a substitute, I admit, but on his debut he scores his first goal for the team. Well done. So now we currently remain 8th. Oh, because Eastleigh managed to win in the final few minutes, I'm guessing. Yeah, 80th minute winner. I didn't realise that. 6-0 final score for Barnet. If they don't get promoted, something's gone wrong. Dwight Pascal 1-0 with for Matlock. And Sam Jones, 50 minutes for him, didn't do very well. But he has done very well over the season so far for Altrincham Town. So our next game against Chelmsford in 7 days' time is a very, very important match. Because this will give us an opportunity. Oops, meant to change that. You saw nothing. No, I'm just looking at insecure jobs for possible League 2 teams that I could join at the end of the season. I'm not leaving before the end of the season, I know that much, but I want to see if there are any jobs available. You know, bigger teams. I could put my name forward and see if I was reputable enough now to get that job or not. Obviously the answer to that question is no, so nothing I can do about it. Nothing much of news in this. But a 6-0 win, obviously, as you can see. And Akil Wright did score a header. Ethan Vaughan, unfortunately, is no longer going to be an option for us. We haven't got the money to sign him. Same as Tom Gravosti, we haven't got the money to sign him either. And we are kind of lacking in the way of centre backs. Scouting. How do I? Oh, actually. Okay, now some suggestions. There we go. Well, I'm going to request free transfers for centre backs because we do need them. Scott Cuthbert, Nathan Cameron and Kieran Kennedy. Okay, we'll scout these players, see what comes up. Because we do need another centre-back. We haven't got good centre-backs that could be put in for O'Connor and Parker at the minute. Other than that, we don't have to worry too much about this season as of yet. The Mintus trial, unfortunately, was finished on the 10th of September, but we were never going to have a chance of scoring that signing anyway, so it's not exactly that big of a deal if you ask me. There are worse players to lose. And thankfully, all of our free transfer players, like non-contract players, shouldn't, in theory, leave anytime soon. Because if they're in a team that are going to be getting promoted, then, I'd stay with that team until they got promoted, wouldn't you? It just makes sense. Especially if you, join a team like, for instance, have a quick look at the league table. If you were to leave me to join, say, Notts County, because, yeah, they've got more money, but there's no guarantee they're going to get promoted, are they? Anyway, stop rambling. We've got 3 players out on international duty, goes down to 2 on the Oldham game. The Oldham Boss United under-18s game anyway. And then Mintus trial finishers, and then we've got the Chelmsford City game. And we are away for that game, so we're not going to have another full stadium. But something I've realised is that all of these full stadiums are actually increasing the amount of money we're gaining by quite a bit. I mean, gate receipts alone have been 42,000 this month. That's enough to pay off our expenditure alone. That's impressive to me. I mean, to me, it's just very impressive. When you put that on top of, match day income as well from other things, like food, drink sales, that sort of thing, merchandising, and corporate facilities income, we are making a lot of money. Merchandising is only £1,500, but that's going to change obviously. If we quickly look at gate receipts, gate receipts at the top. Last month we had 3 home games. As you can see, 126,000. So far we've only had 1 home game this month, and we're supposed to have another 2 more. 42,000 times by 3 is 126,000 again. So in theory, we actually could beat that amount, depending on how much the smaller fees are. And yes, we have already played Chelsea. We played them in the pre-season promotion tournament between myself, Chelmsford, Kidderminster, and the Boston under-18s, as you were aware last video, because I showed it off a bit. There's actually very few players in that team that are still at the club. For instance, Andy Dallas is no longer at this club. Brandon Thomas-Asante, no longer at this club. Nicky Walker, Jordan Thulis, they're not at the club anymore. Because that was done prior to the new season starting. Back in June, I think it was. So, a lot of players did not make the cut, or were loanee players. We couldn't afford to keep them any longer. I don't think I've actually mentioned what I'm going to be doing with the schedule now, with the videos. I'll be doing every game from Weymouth to Boreham Wood in the next off video games. Then I'll do Maidenhead and the Cup game on camera. Then I'll do Notts County all the way down to Boreham Wood again. And then we'll do the FA Trophy game, and then we'll go from there on what we do with the FA Cup, FA Trophy games, depending on if we win them or not. After that, we'll work on what we're doing as video goes by video. And believe me, I've tried to get this video done 3 times already, and I keep getting interrupted, and that keeps forcing me to restart the video. I mean, I've played Wrexham 3 times. I mean, I've beaten them 3 times. The first time I beat them 4-0, second one I beat them 2-1, sorry, and this one I beat them 3-1. But I had to keep restarting. This is the closest I've actually got to the Chelmsford game in my last 3 attempts. So, yeah. Japan finally got a win over China though. The other two tries, China beat them 2-0 each time, so not bad. Kettering beats Altrincham 3-1, that's unfortunate. especially for Sam Jones because he didn't get on the score sheet. Matlock also lost to Hereford. Again, that's unfortunate. We have got loanee players out at those teams, which is, I mean, it could be worse, obviously, it could be worse. Barrow wins 2-0 over Darren Rebridge and Wayne Rooney's younger brother. That's not Wayne Rooney's younger brother. Is it? I genuinely don't actually know if that's Wayne Rooney's younger brother or not. I know it's one of the Rooneys. This is his younger brother, obviously. But, yeah, a Rooney got a goal or a penalty spot, so not bad. Oh, it's on top of their league, but they've got game in hands from Barnsley and Swansea to be played first. And from what I can gather, I don't think Swansea are going to go down easily. Cardiff leading the Championship so far, and Liverpool currently leading the Premier League. Man City won the third title in a row last season. Second to Liverpool again, but Tottenham actually came third that season for the third time in 6 years. So, not bad. I'm not looking for any more signings, as in like January sort of time. The players I bring in as the centre backs are, I'm only going to bring in one, most likely, to sort of placate the wage budget a bit. But other than that, I'm not making any permanent deals in any other position on the field, especially striker. I got, I think, 4 strikers now in the team, and if you ask me, it's too much. David Wang did play 68 minutes and he lost in the Japan game. He got a yellow card as well. A 6.3 rating. Not great. Not great. But he's only 20 years old. He's got a lot of time to improve. He should do fairly well. I would hope, anyway. Man United an offer for Adnan Januzaj. It didn't work last time. Why is it going to work this time? I mean, honestly, you've already gone through that route. You got a Weymouth game after the Chelmsford game, or 22nd. So we're just going through the order of 20th, 21st, 22nd, aren't we? Got Lincoln City under 18s versus Gloucester under 18s, followed by Worcester City under 18s, under 23, sorry. Oh yes, I remember. We've got an under 23s team now. Why are you in the under 23s? Okay. I did not put you there. That must have been the director of football because I'm on one of those midweek sort of things. Anyway, Jamal Balogun. No, he's too much money. I need to bring in free transfers if I'm bringing anyone, so it's going to be a no. I don't even recognise half of these players. That's how bad it's gone. I don't even recognise half the players. QPR beat Margate 4-1. That's not bad. I mean, for Margate scoring a goal anyway, it's not bad. I'll put Miles Roberts back into this team again, just for security's sake and for consistency's sake. The American MLS has sort of, is in their final stages now. I think it finishes in October, their league, so we shouldn't get much more information about American MLS, really. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Idris El Mazzouni's gone on loan to Wrexham. That's annoying. Especially because I offered for him, I said, well, play a better team. He's a 93 out of 100 scout rating. Jeez, he's got operating at a League 2 level. Potential to be a championship player. Jeez, I need him in a future team because he's that good. It must have come up in one of these midweek summary things. I must have clicked for James Clark to go down to the under 23s. Doesn't matter. He's back in the first team now, and admittedly, I think he's a right back, so he probably won't be put ahead of Tian Dali anyway. But he's an option for us if it comes to it. 24 players we've brought in. Not bad. But also 2 players out, Frederick Kalkari and Lee Smith. And one Gary Laird, actually 3 players, all going for fairly high transfer fees to football league sides. So yeah, 8 players out. Anis Abdo obviously on a free. Dave Naskins on a pre-contract. Ben Williams on a free as well. Arambaru, I think I showed you last video. Oh no, I couldn't have. Did I? Yeah, I must have done. It's happened before the matches. Arambaru left for MacArthur in I think Australia because we couldn't get a work permit, and I didn't think it was a good idea keeping the team when we couldn't afford to. So we just let him go on to MacArthur for 25,000, which, if you ask me, is a fairly sizable fee. Speaking of actually, Arambaru, no, not Arambaru. I'll follow him, see how he's been doing in the Australian League. Hyundai A League. Do I actually have it? I don't even have it loaded. I'm going to add that as a playable league so I can have it loaded. Confirm. Ignore the stars down here. That's not bad actually as a stadium capacities. But MacArthur FC aren't a big team in Australia anyway, so it's not likely they're going to do any real damage. I mean, they were founded 2 seasons ago in this game. Boreham Wood versus Bromley. Are Boreham Wood going to rectify that? No, they're not. They've played 9, lost 7, and drawn 2. I cannot wait until we play them, because they're going to be demoralised as all hell. Chelmsford City, though, we've got coming up next, and I think we've got a fairly strong case for winning that match. The Under-18 Division 3 North East. I didn't realise that was that in North East. I thought Lincolnshire was more central. I thought it was more I can't even describe the geography of England now. I thought it was more about just above Birmingham sort of way, not northeast. I didn't realise. I've gone quite far then from my home to go to Boston, haven't I? But I had a hell of a signing fee of £2,000. That's an amount that could get me to rent a property for a little while. And Ben Morris has also been accepted for a National League side to loan him in. It's just annoying now. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've got Aaron Drinian, but I wanted more than just Aaron Drinian. Right then, Chelmsford versus Boston. I mean, if we don't win this match, something's gone wrong. I mean, seriously. Aaron Drinian probably on a yellow card suspension. One more yellow card, he gets suspended, so that's something to look at to make sure we don't have to worry about that in the future. If Jolly or Hall gets injured, Fundy is the first player to be put into the team, or substitute in their replacement, because obviously he is the backup striker now. Should we lose one striker, he's the person that goes in their position as backup. He's done fairly well for himself. He's still, I think, a 2.5, maybe 3-star player now. He's got time to improve, obviously. Chelmsford. No pressure on the goalkeeper, mainly because, well, there is no pressure on the goalkeeper. I've got faith in Hassan Ali and Hall to do well, I think, in this game. So, unfortunately, we don't quite score as early as we did against Wrexham. It's a bit annoying, but, what can you do? 10 minutes gone, still no highlight. There we go. Tian Darley crossed the ball in. It's a poor header from O'Connor. Should have headed it back across the middle, but hindsight's only 20/20, as I always say. Oh, we've now actually had 4 shots to their 3. Not bad. But we've also now had 6 fouls to their 2. That is bad. 25 minutes gone and only 1 highlight in this match. This must be one of the most boring games to watch ever. Because they're probably parking the bus, to be honest with you. They're probably parking the bus so that we can't get a goal. Which means in the second half I may go to very attacking, just to sort of guarantee that we can actually have a chance on their goal. Ronaldo Brown comes off for Crenshaw, just because he's not playing well of Marswea. Oh, what's that? And Bowler will come out as well for Macwiak. If for 60th minute we haven't had any more highlights, I'll probably go to very attacking to try and guarantee we're going to actually get another highlight and hopefully get a goal. But Pentney gets a goal kick for Chelmsford. Connor Hall passed the ball but blocked by McLean. O'Connor now with the ball to Fox. To Tiendali. To Fox again. Back to Tiendali. To Fox again. There we go. McGlip now runs the ball forward. McGlip crossed the ball in low to Connor Hall, who gets it straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Tiendali now with the ball. Into the middle for McGlip. Back to Tiendali. Into the middle for Fox to Hassan Ali. Hassan Ali puts the ball forward to Drinian. Shot saved by the goalkeeper. Corner kick though. Be taken by Hassan Ali. Headed away by McLean. O'Connor now to Hassan Ali again. Cross the ball in. Crankshaw doesn't get his head to it, and it's end of the highlight. Trying to get a bit of passion out of these boys. Throw in from Macwiak to Parker to Fox. Back to Macwiak. Long ball forward. Connor Hall runs onto it. Gets the ball into the middle, and Hassan Ali gets the third of his season. Boston United lead this match 1-0. Chelmsford are going most likely down at this point in time. Hartlepool are currently on 9 goal difference, which means they actually lost their last game, but are now winning this one. Or drawing it, I can't remember. No, they were on 19 points, so yeah, no, 7. I don't remember. Either way, Hartlepool are doing something in this game that is making sure that we stay on terms with them. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Boston United appear to be winning this match 1-0. Oh, corner for Boston, but nothing comes from it, obviously. And it's a final whistle. We have managed to win at 1-0. And Chelmsford have lost 13 times in a row. Wow. I did not realise that they had lost 12 times in a row before us. I mean, if they'd ended that streak with a draw against us, geez, that would be very bad for us. But Chelmsford City only lose 1-0. And despite the fact that they had managed to lose somehow 13 games in a row, they managed to draw with Bromley and Ebbsfleet. I don't understand how that's happened, but apparently it's happened. Dulwich Hamlet with Jazz Wallace gets a win and he gets an assist for himself. And Jones unfortunately does lose again for Oldham against York. Hassan with a good performance from him gets himself a goal. But yeah, I'm not quite sure how Chelmsford can lose 12 in a row, but then have multiple draws in that fixture time as well. 1, 2, 3 fixtures of draws. That's doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. Either way, oh, A-. That's nice. That's nice. So, until the next video, which will be the, I think, Cup game, or Maidenhead Den Cup game. Until then, I bid thee adieu. Goodbye.